So it's that time of year again. You know, when we all start reflecting on what we did last year and in turn begin focusing our thoughts on the new year ahead. A lot of you will be going through a list of New Year's resolutions about how to improve your practice habits, excited by the motivation and anticipation to a more productive year. But after that motivation dies, which is usually between 2 and 3 weeks, you suddenly find yourself sinking right back into the same old habits and excuses that have been stopping you from achieving that vision that you created for yourself in becoming a better improvising bass player. Now stay with me. Now, one of the main reasons this process takes place at the beginning of every new year is that many people are determined to completely resolve all their shortcomings. That's where the word resolution comes from, and I don't really like that word. The truth is that our musical development is an ongoing process that shouldn't have a finish line in your sights. You got to remember that there's no finish line other than death. This is important because everyone wants to know, how long does it take to become a great bass player? It's the same in the martial arts world with the how long does it take to become a black belt line. That's the last thing that you should be focusing on because it prevents you from experiencing the present moment. All of the great musicians that I've ever known and had the pleasure of personally picking their brains brings up the concept of learning to be in the present moment as a major factor of their success. This is where all your inner intention begins because you have to know what you're doing right now that's contributing to you becoming a better improvising bass player. So it's only through intention that you can start to implement a long-term plan for improvement. This has to take place on a daily basis in order for it to work because if you want to be able to close that ability gap between where you are right now and where you want to be in the future, the only way to do that is by changing your behavior. This isn't an easy process, and it most certainly isn't fun, but I guarantee that this is the only way to develop new habits. And that's what we need because it's through constant repetition that we all eventually become great bass players. Now, a great way to kickstart the new year by changing these behaviors is to enroll in my new Bass Foundation course. Click over here to find out everything you need to know about getting started. This course starts at the end of January and it's applicable to beginners who want to establish a strong foundation in understanding the basic principles of music and how to make that connection between theory and actual real-world bass playing. It's also very applicable to people that I call the Swiss cheese guys. You know, the type of bass player who's a combination of being self-taught and learning a bunch of bits and pieces along the way, but still has huge gaps in their knowledge base. And lastly, it's also great for advanced bass players who want to learn a fail-safe blueprint on how to teach beginners effectively. You know, behavioral change is super hard, and it's often a lot easier just to continue what you've been doing in the past, repeating those same old mistakes again and again. Instead, you can create a whole new vision of yourself as a practicing bassist where you learn to actually change your mindset that will last you for years to come. I'm talking 5, 10, 25, 30 years. All it takes is for you to learn how to make those behavioral changes and then use that to drive you through the upcoming year. If you're interested in becoming a better improvising bass player and learning great musical content from arpeggios to grooves, then subscribe to my channel now. If you like this video today, then be sure to support my channel by giving it a big thumbs up. And if you really like this video, then please check out my books, my membership website, and my Skype lessons. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.